Okay, so again, thank you and welcome to Simple Software Profits. We have some really, really good stuff for you today, and what I'm going to be doing as part of the first private coaching webinar for my Simple Software Profits Coaching Club people is we're not going to mess around. We're going to get down to what really makes money. So, again, if you have questions, if you need anything, let me know because again, this is all about you. And if you have any questions or you need something or you say, hey, you know what, back up, go over that again or help me with something, feel free to raise your hand and speak on the microphone or feel free to type your question in the box. So we got a jam-packed about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes for you, depending on how the questions go. We might even go longer. But let's go ahead and get started with how to find a software niche. And this is week number 1 of Simple Software Profits. And we're going to talk about how to find a niche that is really set up for downloads. And I want to show you how easy it is to get into this. And I want you to realize that the theme of this coaching club and the theme of this webinar is the fact that your job isn't to worry about the technical stuff. It's not to worry about how it's going to get done or who you're going to use or something like that. The idea is to focus on solutions and focus on how you can use a simple software product or a download or a tool to help someone in a certain situation. And in this call, we have tons of examples. We're going to show you how to find a niche, how to find out if that market is ready for free traffic or a free download or a paid download. Okay, very, very important because you want to differentiate, should I be charging for this download or should I be giving it away free? And you always want to do that based on the traffic that you're getting, where it's coming from, what it's costing, how hard it is to get, and what the back-end offers are. And I'm going to show you how all of that works. But first, let's go ahead and start with our trigger words. If we go to the AdWords tool, what we want to do is we want to start with tools that are a problem-solution type of mindset. Okay, and what I mean by that is we want to find out what people want to do. Okay, so you could literally find something like convert. Okay, and the word convert, what that's going to do is it's going to show you all the people who want to convert a certain item. Okay, so if you say, I want to convert a PDF to a Word document, or I want to convert a Word document to a PDF, or I want to convert euros into US dollars, or I want to convert a certain language or translate or whatever. What this is doing is it's showing you what people want. Now I'm going to show you an example right here because every single word that I'm going to use in this webinar is going to show you something that you can use in real time, something that you can actually take and say, look, I can make this and I can make money on it in a really, really easy way. And I want you to remember, again, if you're not good at math, if you're not good at algorithms, if you're not good at finding out software stuff, if you can barely check your email, this will still work because we are not paid to do the algorithms. We're not paid to do the translations. We're not paid to do the codes. We are paid to solve problems and provide solutions above and beyond. Okay, so that's very, very important to remember, is I don't want you to get caught up in the riffraff of, okay, well, that seems too complicated, therefore I'm not going to do it. And I want you to realize, remember this throughout the entire course of our 8 weeks together, I want you to remember that most of my software, 99% of my software that I've had developed, the tools I've made, the things I've done, the codes that I've had written for me were jotted down in number 2 pencil on a little piece of graph paper, and I just say, hey, this is what I want it to do. I send it to some programmers and I have it done for me very, very easy, right? Again, let the programmers take care of the difficult task of making it happen. You just decide what you need to have done. Okay, very, very important. That is the number 1 secret to success here, is realizing that it's not hard to get this stuff done. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with these trigger words. Again, you can see on our slide here, we want to start with the trigger words in this market. Okay, so we're starting with the trigger words, and we want to use trigger words that are problem solution. We want to say, okay, well, what do you want to convert? Okay, and right here we have liquid measurement converter. And I'm going to show you how easy this is with one question, right? What is the number one reason that someone would probably want to look up a liquid measurement converter? Okay, go ahead and type your answer in the box, and we will go through those. Okay, Vernon says cooking. All right. Recipe, cooking. Okay, very easy. So you guys are getting the hang of it already. Okay, and all you have to do is find out what the algorithm is, create something like this, and offer something in exchange. Okay, it could be anything from perhaps there's an as seen on TV measurement converting, cup or something like that. Really, really easy. And all you're doing is providing something that's going to help them. And you see here, if we do this by global monthly searches, let's go ahead and click on this only show ideas related to my terms. We could see convert money to pounds. I mean, you got 13 million people per month wanting to convert dollars to pounds. And I would guess that they probably want to do that more than once. I know I've done that more than once, and in more currencies, right? And here you have currency converter. Okay, here you have video convert, convert to MP3, convert to MP3, PDF converter, YouTube converter, all this stuff here that relates to what people want to do. And again, I know the word convert is a little bit more advanced of a topic because we're talking about actually converting something, right? We're not talking about just, maybe a calculator or, a search box or something like that. But you can see here that there's a lot of people searching for this stuff, convert files, convert dollars, all the different things here related to it, convert music, convert money. Money seems to be a big theme, and you can see there's not a lot of competition there. Okay, convert metrics, anything, really. Convert shoe sizes. I mean, seriously, that's not hard to do. It's like, you make a little calculator that's like, okay, here it is in US, here it is in, European sizes, here it is in, wherever sizes there are, and there's a lot to do. Okay, so there's a lot you can do here. Another one would be something like calculator. Okay, and again, this is just on the surface type stuff. We're going to get into a lot of other things here, and I want you guys to stay up with me because we're really going to focus on giving people what they want and focusing on how do we provide a solution that's going to work for our particular market. Not just in general, but for our particular market, it's very, very important that we focus on that. So here we have mortgage calculator, a bunch of misspellings. Mortgage calculator, that's a good misspelling there. That's about how good I spell. Loan calculator, different things like that. And again, remember, here you're getting into a market where people are paying obscene amounts of money. They're paying, I've made as much as, I think I had as much as $40 a click or $19 a click, something like that, on this market just by going in this backdoor route. Okay, so software provides several different avenues for you, and the avenues for you are based on the route that you go. Okay, so avenue number one is to go with the free download. Okay, you say, okay, I'm going into mortgage calculator, I'm going to provide a free download, I'm going to provide this, I'm going to provide that, and it really, really, has to do with what we're doing. Okay, very, very, very important that you realize that. Okay, and of course, when you do the free download, you are focusing on giving people something and giving them other things like affiliate programs, AdSense, and stuff like that that's going to make you money. When you're doing a paid program, it would be the difference between, here's my mortgage calculator software, download it free, or here's my mortgage software suite that helps you do everything, right? Everyone with me so far? Does that make sense? If you're with me, just type yes in the box. Let me know. It's really, really basic on the side of just understanding what people want, but getting it done is another solution which we're going to talk about. Okay, so again, we look at calculator, we have tax calculator, BMI calculator, right? And what I want you to realize is all of this stuff comes down to an algorithm. Okay, very important. Google got rich because of an algorithm. Okay? They got rich because of an algorithm, and I want you to realize that their algorithms are what makes them rich. And you don't have to be a math guru or a psychomath guy to be able to understand how this works. You could literally go in there and type in BMI calculator algorithm, right? And what's going to happen is they will actually give you the algorithm for it. Okay, here's another little secret that you can do. See, like WikiHow shows you how to do it. Use a pencil and paper and do this and da-da-da-da, and all you do is you do that in Excel or whatever else you're doing and convert it into a program. Okay, another way you can do this is BMI calculator Excel, right? Because everyone who has Excel can download a calculator and use it in Excel to actually create something for the web, because not everyone wants a BMI calculator in Excel, and even those who do want something better. And what I want you to realize here is we are in the business of providing solutions. We don't want to just provide an algorithm, right? Google could come out and say, here's the algorithm for, our Google Slap or whatever, and they can do all right, but by positioning it in a way where it's like we are the best search engine because of our algorithm, right? They're using their algorithm to accomplish a purpose. And that's what I want you to write down, is that your algorithm, your system, your software, your download is to accomplish a purpose. Okay, and I want you to start thinking about these not in terms of just a BMI calculator. I want you to think of it in terms of the solution that they want. Okay, if they want to calculate their mortgage, what is the end result that they want? They probably want to save money. They might want to figure out how much they can afford, certain things like that. If they're doing BMI, they are concerned in one way or another about their weight or their, body mass index or, whatever that is. If they're interested in the converter for, convert liquid to ounces or, liters to gallons or whatever, right? They're probably interested in cooking. Very, very, very important that you realize that. So that's what I want you to realize, okay? So you could use stuff like calculator. You can find all this different stuff here that has to do with it. Even silly stuff works, like a love calculator, right? There's tons of stuff. A pregnancy calculator. I mean, think about the possibilities when you have something like a pregnancy calculator. You can market to these people for the next 9 months just about pregnancy stuff, and for the next 18 years about, raising kids. Very, very cool. And that's what we want to do, is we want to follow them along through the entire process of whatever solution we are offering them. Okay, a car calculator, a weight calculator, all different things like this. Ovulation calculator, a GPA calculator. That's a good one there, right? Look at the competition. There's literally nothing for GPA calculator. And basically you can go in there and offer them school books and things like that. Exchange rates. Salary calculator, right? What are they thinking about? They're probably thinking about getting a job. Very important. Income calculator, due date calculator, conversion. And all of this, I mean, this entire list here is a potential for you to make a lot of money. Income tax calculator, amortized calculator, all this different stuff. Okay, everyone with me so far? Excellent, cool. I want to make sure that you guys really get this because it's very, very important. A distance calculator, right? You might say, well, how am I going to calculate distances? I don't know this stuff. Well, you could basically use the things that are available to you on Google. And we'll get into that later, and we'll get into how to use different search engines and things like that. But what I want you to realize is I want you to realize that there are websites out there that make millions and billions of dollars just by using other websites who have set up the infrastructure for them. Okay, they're basically, you go in there and you say, oh, find the cheapest mortgage. They're just going out there and searching other mortgage sites for the stuff. So it's all done for you, and that's what I want you to realize. Calorie calculators, all different things. And again, I mean, look at this. At the bottom of this list of 50 words, you have another list here. It goes up to like 800 of them. Let's go here. And you can see, I mean, look at the competition. It is so low, it's ridiculous. I mean, you're talking, you are getting mortgage payment calculator for 90 cents. And look at this. If you go into like mortgage, watch the difference in the price here. And the 90 cents obviously isn't that much because this is such a low competition market. But when you go into like mortgage refinance, right, what we want to do is flip the market into what we want. And for those who haven't seen my flip the market video, go into your Simple Sites Big Profits software, into the Start Here icon, into the book, and I believe it's like chapter 8 called Flip the Market. Really good video. It'll open this entire world up to you because there is so much money out here just by serving these people. And you look at this, even if we had to pay the full price of 90 cents a click, you are flipping it into a market that, I mean, look at this. The lowest one on this page is $5 a click. Okay, so if all you had was AdSense on your site and 1 out of 4 people clicked, you would be making profit. If 1 out of 4 people clicked one of these other ones here, now you'd be making a lot of profit. And this is exactly how I took a site and made as much as $1,700 a day in profit just by flipping the market. And this is the exact market I used. Mortgage Calculator, used Mortgage Calculator software that I bought. I didn't even develop it. I put it on my site and put some AdSense there and just flip the market. Now, we're talking about getting into software and downloads, which I'm going to show you how that works as well. So, you know, you could look at stuff like Calculator. You could look at stuff like Convert. You can also look at different solutions, right? You can look at things that people want to do. Okay, so like someone might want to buy a car, all right? And you could say, hey, you could buy a car. Here's the, you know, auto loan calculator, the down payment calculator, the, you know, find out the target price, the dealer invoice price calculator, and things like that very, 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 very easily. Okay, so that's what we want to do is we want to start with our trigger words. And we want to look at our trigger words and want to evaluate the market. This is very important. I will have this slide available for you to download in your members area so you can print this little chart out because I think it's really important. So here's what we want to do. When we find a market, let's say we say, okay, well, I like the market, let's say download a YouTube video, okay? And I can see here that it's like, they say it's 71 cents or 51 cents or whatever, but if we go to Google and we actually type this in, we can see what the competition is by looking at who's bidding on the word. Okay, so just go search it, click on search a couple times, and see how many people are bidding on it. And we can see here that no one is bidding on it, which means if we do this correctly, we can get this traffic for 5 cents a click or less. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. It's very easy to do. Okay, so we would look at this market and we would say, wow, you know, there's millions of people, 6 million of people every month that are typing this in. They want to download YouTube videos. We can get traffic for free or for 5 cents a click. So what we would do is we'd go over here and we'd say, okay, number 1 in the free versus paid, we would check traffic sources and cost. Okay, so if it falls under 25 cents a click, and there is a way to make money on it, which 9 times out of 10 there is, 99 times out of 100 actually to be more accurate, right? There's always a way to make money if you think about it correctly. Okay, so very, very, very important. So this YouTube downloader one, we would say, yeah, this is probably one that we would offer for free. Okay, because if they're, you know, just looking to download YouTube videos, you know, they might pay $7 or $17 or $37, but most people just want something free. So that would fall under this category. Now, on the other hand, if we're saying, you know, mortgage calculator, now the mortgage calculator one is going to be between 30 cents and $1 or more per click. Okay, now obviously there is a difference there. Obviously there is a difference in mentality between someone looking up mortgage calculator and someone looking up how to download a YouTube video, right? Completely different ballgame here. So I would suggest that, you know, maybe 30 cents to $1 for this traffic. Now, if you just gave away mortgage calculators on your site, that would be fine. You can make some money. But what we're talking about is having something that you own that is going to keep people in your funnel for a long time and provide solutions and value. Because I want to ask you something. Most people out there who bought a house probably didn't just buy one house. And even if they did just buy one house, they probably have had more than one mortgage, right? Everyone out there feel the same way? I'm sure you've refied or got another house or sold a house or, done different things in the market. Okay, so it's not just a one-time deal. If you buy a car, obviously, I doubt those of you who are, my age or older are still on your first car. If you are, tell us what it is so we can all buy it and have a car for the rest of our life. But, you want to think about that and say, well, people are going to do things over and over. And if you get them to trust you once and comply and, you help them out and you give them good value, they will use that over and over and over again. And I want you to realize that we live in an absolutely fast-paced world. I mean, there is stuff coming at you just by the minute. If any of you live in California, you know that they send you tax bills by the minute, and you got to learn about that stuff. Mortgage rates are changing by the minute. And there's so much going on, and people need to keep up with it. Okay, and I want to bring to your attention solution providers in our world, in our industries, right? You have guys who make bazillions of dollars, like your Warren Buffetts. Okay, what did he do? He made the investment process and the stock market simple for ordinary people, right? He says, look, this is how you do this. This is how it works. This is how you pick your stocks. This is how investment works, okay? And in trade for that, his value has exceeded, probably what he thought it would be just by providing a simple solution. Okay, same with, Bill Gates. What did he do? He made the computer something you can work with, right? He just made it something, okay, well, I know a lot of people are tired of flipping disks around. What if we just made a big old fat disk inside the computer that everything ran off of? Okay, it's a simple solution. It's not, something way out in left field. It's just a simple solution that you start with. Okay, and that's what I want you to realize is you can provide simple solutions, even more simple than the ones that I just brought, or even someone like me, right? What do? I try to explain to normal people, how do you work this internet business? How does it work? How do I get paid? How do I understand this? How does this, happen? And in addition to that, what I've done is I've used tools to help you accomplish that task. So you say, well, how do I know if my market's profitable? Well, use the profit market calculator in your Simple Sites Big Profits. Okay, very simple to do. I think that was created for me in roughly 3 hours, and it took 3 hours because I'm a pain in the neck, and I like it exactly how I like it, but I think they actually had it done in about 45 minutes, just based on what I was saying. Okay, so you can provide these solutions, and that's what I want you to realize here. So, if your traffic is free or under 25 cents, then I would say provide a free download. Okay, so if you're going for the YouTube one, provide something free and then maybe an upgrade later, or maybe, back end them into something else, build a list, whatever it is that you need. And sometimes when you create these downloads, it is worth it just to give away to build your list. Very important. Okay? And I want you to imagine if you had 6 months from today, you had a list of 1 million people who got your free YouTube downloader tool. And you can just email them and say, hey, we got an upgrade, and what it does is it converts it into something that you can play without internet access or whatever, right? And you say it's only $7. Bam, you just got yourself a lot of sales. And it's really easy to do. Now, if your traffic sources and cost are higher than $1, I would suggest using a paid type download, okay? So you would say, hey, these mortgage calculators are going to provide this solution, and the entire tool costs, $37 or $97, or if it's a really good tool for a select group of people, you might want to charge, $200 or $300 or more. There are some software programs that are very basic that are solutions for very, very specific things, right? They're not hard to do. It's just that it's a specific solution. Very, very important to realize, because a lot of stuff isn't out there like that, right? There are no, tools for realtors just to find out, a house price or something like that. I mean, there are some, but most of them aren't very simple. Same kind of thing with, how do you find out price per click or this or that? There's not a whole lot of tools for specific areas. And what I want you to realize is that there's millions and millions and millions of people out there who want a solution but don't understand as much about computers as you do. So I want to ask you right now, just type yes in the box if you feel like you are way behind on understanding computers. Okay, just type yes in the box if you feel that way. Okay, good. Some people are saying no. That's good. Some are saying yes. But what I want you to realize is the fact that not a lot of people understand the stuff we talk about. I mean, when I say PPC or pay-per-click or AdWords or something like that, you know, a lot of people don't understand what AdWords is or what AdSense is or how it works, right? Or when I say HTML or color code or something like that, a lot of people don't understand that, and you can provide a solution. Okay, back to our outline. So if your traffic's under 25 cents or free, you could offer a free solution, build a list, and make a lot of money. Okay? If your traffic is higher than $1, you would want to go for paid traffic. Now, next up, if it's free or paid, you want to next check the offers. Okay, so if you're giving a download away for free, you want to make sure that your offers are decent priced and they fit your profit model, right? So if all you could find is an offer that pays you 10 cents per lead, that might not work for you because you're paying 25 cents per click, right? So you would want to find something that works a little bit better. And again, if it's a paid if it's a paid download, you would want to focus on sales, right? You would say, okay, well, if I'm charging $7, $10, $37, $100 for my, program, and it's a mortgage program, perhaps I could lead them into mortgage books or mortgage tools or different things like that. If I'm offering, a paid, maybe it's like a $7 paid cooking converter that converts all the different cooking things into the different, liters, quarts, cups, whatever. Okay, maybe I can offer them a cookbook or, a special cup that does it for them. Okay, or if it's something where you can offer big leads, right? If you're charging for the book, you can get them into something for big leads. And again, what this paid application is, if it's in a simple market like, maybe Mortgage Calculator, where you can't get a whole lot of money for just a mortgage calculator type program, but you can get something. Okay, what you want to do is you want to focus on big leads, because you could literally get paid $60 to $100 for a simple mortgage quote form filled out online. And a lot of times I've found that you don't even have to get their social, which, again, I mean, obviously, think about that. When you have the Social Security on there, a lot of people say, well, is that secure? No, I'm not going to fill it out. So if it doesn't have that, you're going to get much better conversions. And, of course, lastly, you want to look at long-term profits, right? Because if you provide something good at a decent price that makes sense, and they say, wow, man, that Marcus guy, he gave me his, 7-day cash finder for $7. And that was awesome. That was better than most stuff I've paid for. I think maybe I'll buy his, bigger course or whatever. And I know a lot of people who are on this call started at an intro point. Maybe you downloaded something free from me. Maybe you bought something inexpensive. And, of course, you upgraded later because, I provided the value. And you said, hey, that is good value. I will stick around for a long time and be a student. Okay, and that's what you want to do with your market, whether it's something simple and free like, maybe it's a haircutting guide where it says, here's all the women's hairstyles of today or whatever, or maybe it's something complicated like, how to find out what it's going to cost to get out of your house without, foreclosing or whatever people are interested in, right? And that's a huge market. Again, think about that. We want to think in terms of solutions for our visitors. You want to offer solutions, and that's what people are buying. No matter what you're doing online, whether you're giving it away free, whether you're charging for it, people are buying into a solution. Okay, they're buying into a solution. The guy who is, or a girl who's downloading your liters to gallons converter, right? The solution is they don't want to screw up their food by pouring a gallon of milk when they only need, a quart or whatever. And that's important. That's the solution. The person who wants to get out of their house without, paying too much or, whatever it is, they want that solution, and there's other things tied to that, okay? You guys all still with me? Let me know if you want me to back up and go over anything anymore. Let me know. Okay, great. So when you're dealing with free, You have to look, and free and paid, I got to stick on this here versus thing because we start here and then we have to go each side. So next you want to check your conversion potential. Okay? Now the conversion potential on something free, you have to look at the conversion potential of how many times your download is downloaded or purchased, or how many times people fill out your lead form, okay? So I want you to think about 3 different entry points. Entry point number 1 is, hi, I'm Bob, I got this great download it here. Okay, you're not collecting an opt-in, you're not doing anything, it's just, hey, just download it, that's all I want you to do. Entry point number 2 is, hey, I got this great download, here's how it works, put your name and email to get the download. Okay, that would be entry point number 2. Entry point number 3 is, here is my download, here is how much it's going to cost, click below to order. Okay, so now when you're dealing with a free download, I want you to look at the effective cost per download. Okay, there's an effective cost per download, and this works on the, just click here to download, or the put your name and email to download. It works on both of them. And it's the effective cost that it is for you to get the action that you want. So you say, the action I want is I want someone to download it, that's it. That's all I want them to do. And you say, okay, well, if I want them to do that, I need to be getting a 1 out of 10 conversion or better. That means if you have 10 people on the site and 1 person does not download it, you're not making the cut. Very important, okay? Same kind of thing with the lead one. If 1 in 10 people are not filling out your lead form, you're not doing it, because what happens now is you're now paying $2.50 for everyone who downloads it, unless you're getting free traffic. We'll talk about that later. But again, I want you to think about this in terms of dollars and cents, because when you think about it and you say, well, I'm paying $2.50 for someone to download it, now your motivation is, well, I got to make $2.50 on them or I'm losing money. Okay, very, very important. Or if you say, well, I need to get 1 in 10 to fill out my opt-in form so they can download it, that means you're paying $2.50 per lead. All right, and again, I did the wonderful work of the math for you in Simple Sites, Big Profits, which all of you have, obviously part of this course. Click on the tools, click on the ROI conversion calculator. Okay, now if you're doing paid, right, you want to look at the 1 in 10 conversion or better, which means if I am getting traffic for $1 a click and I'm charging $100 for my download, I need 1 out of 10 to buy. Now you can usually do better than this with the tools that I'm going to show you. Some of mine get 10% or more. Some of them hover around 3 to 5%, which obviously is profitable. And then of course, if you get this number down, you're going to make even more. Very, very easy to do. And that's what I want to show you in Simple Software Profits Coaching Club, is I want to show you how to run a real business based on something you have. And it doesn't have to be something huge. I'm not asking you to open the next, McDonald's or Subways or, Microsoft or something like that. We just want to focus on one solution for a group of people, get it to them, and make a profit, and then, of course, make more money on the back end. And this is based on something that I've done for a long time. I have done this both for companies, and I've done it for myself. And I would say cumulatively, using this method, I have made at least $3.5 million in revenue just by providing simple solutions. And most of them were just like really simple stuff like, how do you change your mouse cursor? Very easy things like that, okay? And I'm going to show you both. I'm going to show you how to do it for companies, and I'm going to show you how to do it for yourself, and even how to mix the two, which I've done as well. Okay, so next up, after you check your conversion potential, we're going to check potential upsells. Okay, I'm going to ask you right now, if you're giving away something free on your site, I want to ask you the most valuable page on your site. Does anyone know it? If you're giving something away, if I say, you know what, I'm going to give you a free, download for funny stuff, right? I want to ask you the most valuable page on your site. Jim says the home page. Bob says the first page, which is the home page. Let's get some more in here, get some more answers. Let me know what you think the most valuable page on your site is. Okay, if you're giving something away, landing page, opt-in page. Okay, a lot of people are saying landing page, opt-in page, sign-up page. it is a number one consensus that they think that it is the email sign-up page or the opt-in page or the home page or the first page that people land on. Not true. The most valuable page on your site, if you're giving something away, is your thank you page. It's your thank you page. Why? Because you already got compliance. Now, it's true that your homepage does get compliance, and that is important. But I don't care how much compliance you get. If your thank you page sucks, you are not going to make money. But if your thank you page is awesome and you do a good job, you are going to make money because that's your money page, right? Once someone raises their hand and says, hey, I like what you have to offer, I'm ready to take it, and you say, hey, thank you. I'm glad you're ready to take it. In just a second, I'm going to tell you about the download, but for right now, check this special offer out. Okay, it's much easier to get the conversion, the money conversion on the thank you page than it is to convert them right off the home page. Very, very important. Okay, and Jim said what I said earlier, but doesn't the home page get them to your thank you page? Yes, it does, but I want you to realize that there's a difference here. Okay, because I can make a home page convert 75% or more. Okay, I could make that do that. I could be like, hey, you know what? Click here, and I'm going to give you $100. If you don't believe me, look at these 10 people who I gave $100 to just for putting their name and email. Right? I could do that. That's easy to do. But is that going to get the people I want, and is it going to get the compliance on the second page? Okay, so we want to worry about the home page gets them to our second page, but the second page, the thank you page, that's where the money is at because they've already said something, okay? Very, very important because the first page is to get them to the second page is to get them to download what they wanted. Obviously, you always want to give them what you promised and then some. We're going to show you how to get in the habit of giving them above and beyond what they initially came to you from. Okay? So you could do free to paid upsell. If you're giving a free download away and you say, hey, look, I got these free mortgage calculators or these free, cups to gallons calculators, and that's pretty cool. Put your name and email to get them. Hey, thanks for putting your name and email. I just sent you your download to your email. Go ahead and click on the confirmation link to get it. But for right now, Bob the Cook Man has this great cookbook converting guide. It's a little slider thing. You put it next to your kitchen. It looks really cool. You could even use it as a spoon holder. But it shows you all the different things, and it's only $9. Click here to get it. Bam. I'm going to get you at least 30% of the people to upsell. Really awesome. So that means if you get 10 people to fill out the opt-in form, right, you're going to get 30% of them usually to take you on that upsell because it's like, hey, it's the whole commitment, consistency, and reciprocity. I don't know how to say that, reciprocity or something like that, right, where they're like, hey, he gave me something free. That's cool. I'll take him up on it. And it's also commitment and consistency where they say, you know what, I raised my hand once. I wanted this. Maybe I'll check out what else he has to offer. Really cool, really easy. Okay, so you want to do a free to paid upsell, and it could be a paid upsell on an affiliate program. It could be a paid upsell on a better version of your program, right? A lot of times what I'll do is I'll say, hey, look, here's this free version of my, widget calculator. And if you want the full version, what it does, not only does it give you the calculators, but it's going to show you how to use them so you can get the result that you want. Again, remember, we are selling the result. We are selling the result. And I know a lot of people say, some people sell the dream, the result, all this stuff. Well, that's what you're doing, right? A Ferrari dealership does not sell Ferraris. He sells the dream of a guy driving around with all the pretty girls looking at him and everyone saying, oh, that guy must be Mr. Bitchin'. Right? That's what he's selling. That's the end result that the people want. Because, seriously, you can only go like 100 before you get a ticket anyway, or 80 or something like that. I don't know. Somehow I end up getting tickets and my wife goes faster and she doesn't. I don't know. Maybe she goes too fast and they can't catch up with her. But at any rate, that's the deal, right? They're selling the dream of I'm going to own this, and that's what it's going to feel like. When people are selling a house, you walk into it and you say, this is how we're going to live. The kids are going to ride their bikes in a safe cul-de-sac. They're going to, feel this certain way, and that's what you're selling. You're not selling wood and bricks and concrete. You're selling the lifestyle that people want. You ever heard someone say realtors aren't selling houses, they're selling the American dream? That's what they're selling. They're selling the dream of wanting that. And I want you to realize that is that we're not selling stuff, we're selling the result that people want from the stuff, right? Even something as simple as a mortgage calculator, right? If they're getting a refinance, they're not getting just the savings of $600 or whatever. They're thinking about what they're going to use. They say, oh, honey, that'll get us a new car, or that'll get us a new this, or that'll get us a new this. And Bob says, sell the sizzle, not the steak. That's not exactly what we're talking about here. We're talking about selling the end result, because we always want to sell them what we're promising or give them what we're promising, not necessarily like, hey, this is going to, make you the greatest person alive, just get it. And then they're like, oh, well, to be the greatest person alive, I got to do all this stuff or whatever, right? You want to sell stuff that's really going to work. So the free to paid upsell is, hey, I got I got this auto loan calculator here. It's going to show you how much to pay on your auto. Thanks for downloading it. Your download is going to be in your email, but how would you like my suite of 10 calculators plus my guide on how to save money on a car? And I guarantee you're going to save at least $1,000 to $3,000 on your next car purchase, or you get your money back. Right? Really easy promise to deliver on, really easy tools to make, but that's the end result. Is they're like, I'm looking up my payment calculator so that I know what I got to pay. And obviously, if I can save you $3,000 on your car, that's going to save you X amount on your mortgage, blah, 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 blah. Okay, hopefully everyone's with me so far. I know there's some math stuff in there, but we're going to get into that later, so don't worry. I want you to get the concept of what we're talking about now. So if you're doing a paid version, you can either offer something free small and then offer a paid one later, or you can do a higher priced upgrade. Okay, so if you sell a little $37 mortgage calculator pack, and you say, hey, this has got 8 mortgage calculators. That's great, wonderful. And then you say, well, in addition to it, if you like that, I am going to offer you, thank you for ordering, check it out, everything like that. I'm going to offer you my $297 mortgage solution kit, where we are going to show you how to save a ton of money on your mortgage. You're going to get these calculators, you're going to get rate updaters, things like that work for you. Okay, and it's very easy to get that compliance from someone going 37 to 297. And of course, always provide just awesome killer value, just like the people who get Simple Sight's basic version, right? They say, hey, that's awesome, dude. That kicks butt. That was worth more than $97. And then I say, would you like, this other version that does all this, has all the tools, has all the support, everything like that? Of course I would, right? But again, we're not talking about, and I want to be very, very clear on this, we're not talking about providing something that you have to get the result that you promised. So in the beginning, if you say, this is free or this costs $37 and it's going to do X, make sure that your download does X, right? If people get Simple Sights or they get any of my other downloads, whether they're free or paid, I go above and beyond and say, look, you got this, it works perfectly, but if you want a little bit extra, here's what you're going to get, right? You don't want to do the whole tactic of, oh, you got this, but in order to make it work, you're going to need this, right? Don't do that. That's shystery. We're not even going to go there. Always be upfront. Always be clear. Always give killer value, okay? Now, so that's what you do. So next up is you want to look at the offer, okay? The offer that you're giving them, obviously. If you're going for a free offer, it's good to give them some little bit of instructions with their offer. Okay, you say, hey, you know what? Here's a mortgage calculator. Here's a little free video on how to use it. Thanks for downloading it. Here's a, conversion calculator for, pints to quarts or whatever. Here's how to make good beer or whatever, okay? Very easy. And of course, you could always use your keywords to find out what they want. Now, if you're going for paid, right, you want to give them the tools with the instructions. This is extremely important. This will make you rich if you listen to the rest of the stuff and use it correctly and do the work. Obviously, it takes work. But the tools with the instructions is where it's at. Okay, because most people out there will just offer the tools. But how many people know how to use them? Okay, mortgage guy will go out there, cook guy will go out there, and he assumes that someone knows it. How many of you on this call have ever gone to a salesperson or, a realtor or a mortgage guy or whatever it is, maybe even, going to buy a car stereo or a regular stereo or whatever. And the salesman or assistant has said something very simple that didn't make sense to you, right? And you say, wow, he's like totally assuming that I know how a mortgage works, or he's totally assuming that I know what the closing costs will be. Okay, and they assume that you know it, and they give you the tools that work, but you're still left at the end. Now, I want you to realize this, okay? This is extremely important if you get it correctly. I want you to think about this. Let's say there's a new home buyer, okay? And the home buyer says, well, I'm new, and I'm looking up how much mortgage I can afford. And there is no shortage of how much house can you afford calculator. I know because there's resale rights to it and everyone's got it, right? And that's all fine and good, but think about the end result. What does that person want? What does he feel? What does he think? What does he struggle with, right? Because how many times have you gone to buy a car, a house, or anything, and you just say, I don't even understand this contract, right? How many of you have felt that way where you don't understand what you're reading? You're like, wow, I don't understand it. And that's a lot of times why, we're in trouble now with finances with, in our country, is the fact that, a lot of people just didn't understand what they were signing because they said, oh, well, this is what it works and this is how it works and just sign right here. And people didn't understand it. And I want you to realize how easy it would be for someone who understands it to make a little tiny video. I'm talking all you do on the video is you throw the contract in a scanner. You scan it and you put it on your screen and you say, when you sign here, it means this. When it says this, it means this. This is your total cost. Here's what you're going to come up with at closing. Here's what you're going to owe. Here's the total of your payments. Here's how it works, right? How many of you have ever wished that someone would do that for you? All the time. I know I've wished that all the time. And unfortunately, not everyone does that for you. But if you do that and provide the tool that does it for them, think about the potential there. And I'm going to show you the potential because I've done it. Just like Rita says, a lot of software I've bought does not show how to use it. Exactly. Right? And that's what we want to do, is we want to focus on showing them how to do it and taking the time with them and saying, hey, look, I took the time with you to show you how it works. And I want you to realize that the little tiny things matter, right? The little tiny things you do matter, okay? Very important. Just like this weekend when we were looking for houses in Florida, I kept joking about gators because, coming from California, I never seen no gator before, right? And our real estate agent saw that I was joking about it. She took me out to see some gators. She's like, hey, here they are. Check them out. And I was like, wow, you went out of your time to do something a little bit extra for me, and I appreciate that, right? And that's what your customer wants, is they want you to take that time, because I want you to realize that we live in a complicated world, and we live in a world where there's not a lot of personal attention, right? Everyone's doing their own thing. They're feeling their own way. They're trying to get ahead and whatever it is, but no one takes the time just to say, hey, you know what? Here's how to do this, right? And just like Bob said, some instructions are way too complicated. And if you can make them easy, right? And that's what we're talking about. That's why I titled this course Simple Software Profits, because we want a simple one-track solution. And that is my secret that I have, is that I'm a one-track guy, right? I don't give you the whole mortgage calculator suite. I don't give you the whole solution to how to fly a, space shuttle into space. All I do is I show you one little thing. And that's what you want to do. Just say, hey, look, here's how to do this one thing. And you make a tool that does it for them. Very, very easy. So with that said, I thought it was going to take like 10 minutes to get through this part, but obviously there's a lot more good stuff that I had for you. So what you want to do is you want to say this. Every time that you create something, a download, a video, whatever it is, You want to say, what is the intention of my download and why am I offering it? What is the intention of my download and why am I offering it? For people who are pool men, and if you're not a pool man, you can go to a pool man and get this information for like $100 or buy him lunch or something. Really easy to do, or split the profits with him. You go to a pool man and you say, here's how to calculate how much stuff you need in your pool so it doesn't turn green or whatever, right? Very, very easy. You look at it and you say, what is the intention of my download? The intention of my download is to get people who have pools to get my little, pool chemical calculator. Okay, very, very easy. Okay, and I want you to think of this in terms of like iPhone apps. Right now, as we speak, I think there's like $250 million a month being spent on iPhone apps. Okay, insane amount of money. And what I want you to do is I want you to realize the solutions you can come up with. Because I know a lot of people say, well, if I make a 99-cent app, I'm not going to make that much money. Well, you might hit a Blockbuster and sell, 2,000 copies a day. That is possible. But for the majority of people, you might not come up with that Blockbuster idea, or you might feel like you can't, right? I know everyone can. You just have to use the tools I'm going to show you. But for those that can't, you think about a specific solution for a certain group of people. Here's the iPhone app or the Droid app that does this specific thing so that when you go in to buy a car and they start throwing numbers at you, you don't get confused. You just type the numbers in here and it goes bam, 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 bam. Here's the total cost, right? And you use it. And you say, that's part of my course, or my save money on a car calculator kit. And you get it for $97. I throw in the iPhone and Droid app for free. Very, very easy to do. So you always have an intention, whether it's to get people free and build a list, whether it's to sell it, whatever it is, there has to be an intention and a goal in mind. And then next up, I don't know if nextly is a word. If it is, I just made it up. I'll trademark it and get money every time people say it. But you say, how am I going to sell it? Right? How am I going to sell this? How am I going to pitch it to people? How am I going to get it in a way where even if it's free, I get people to download it, or if I'm charging for it, I get people to buy it, okay? And I want you to realize that it's not so much the offer as it is the positioning, because there's plenty of people out there that have good software and good offers, but they're not selling their way out of a paper bag or anywhere, okay? So it's not the software, or it's not the offer so much as the positioning, okay? And you want your download to have multiple entry points. This goes hand in hand with something that I call the means to an end solution, right? You look at this guy here, and obviously the people on the other side think that there's an entire army here, right? They say, oh, wow, look at all those guns poking up. There must be tons of people there, and they retreat because they think that there's a lot of people there, and they think there's a scary thing happening, okay? When in actuality, it's just one guy with multiple different things. I want you to think about this with your download, whether it's free or paid, as solutions to certain things. So if you create a calculator or a little bit of software or a converter or even just a little desktop, training course or whatever, really easy to make. I'm going to show you how to make these in like minutes. I want you to realize that you need multiple entry points. Okay, you want to have something where it's like, okay, this guy comes in and he's looking for a solution to buying a new house. Bam, he goes to my calculator. This guy wants to refinance. Bam, he goes to the solution. This guy wants to sell his house. Bam, there's a solution. And all of these different solutions are leading people to the different lists that you have, or the same list you have, that is providing them value and getting them into your marketing funnel. Everyone still with me? Let me know. I know we're getting into a lot of marketing stuff here. I just want to make sure you're all with me. Great. Awesome, awesome. Looks like you guys are all liking this content. If you do, let me know. I'm sure having a good time teaching it. It's a little bit different than what we usually talk about, but I want to really just cut past all the stuff and get you to what is going to make money. And whether you're like some people on this call where, you're trying to do training, maybe it's like therapy training or NLP training or, whatever it is, this will work. This will work even if you're creating something like, how many of you guys out there are pissed off about gas prices? I know they went down a little bit, but I mean, here in California, they're still like above $4 or something like that, right? But if you're pissed off about gas prices, chances are there's lots of other people who are in the same boat. And Jim's got a car that's 51 miles a gallon. Man, you're driving me across the country, buddy. It's probably cheaper than flying. My car gets like 12 to the gallon. You know, it goes fast. I go those 12 miles much faster. So, but at any rate, right, you want your download to have multiple stuff, and even if you have something as simple as a gas calculator, I mean, think about it. You can actually back-end people who are pissed off about gas into a car like Jim has. How many of you were like, dude, Jim, how are you getting that gas mileage? What car do you have? How many of you wondered what car Jim has because he said he gets 51.6 miles to the gallon? A lot of people did, and a lot of people are trading their cars in because of that. And you can be the entry point just by creating a gas price calculator, okay? And again, we're going to get into the whole algorithm stuff a little bit later. I just want to get this concept hammered down so that you understand it because it's so important. So you want your download to have multiple entry points. If you're going gas prices in wherever, gas mileage calculator, you know, mile per gallon calculator, all this different stuff, or miles per gallon per car, right? You have all these entry points, and it points to one thing. These people are pissed off about gas prices, and they want a new car because they're tired of the big Suburban that gets a mile to the gallon or whatever. Okay, so you have multiple entry points, same solution. I'll say it again, multiple entry points, same solution. Very important. And you want to ask, what solutions does my download offer? Okay, and we'll get into how to structure your download and everything like that. But again, structure it based on the keyword that you chose with your trigger word. Okay, very, very, very important. For example, if you're going for the YouTube downloader, you got YouTube songs, YouTube video to MP3. These are all things that the same download can solve, but you have multiple entry points. We want those multiple entry points. If you're in internet marketing and you're teaching it, or you have a tool for internet marketing, you would do like making money with AdSense, making money with ClickBank, making money with pay-per-click. All of these lead to the same solution. They want to make money. Next up, what problems does my download solve, right? Well, it could solve, you know, how to calculate how much you need for your dinner, right? Like how much, whatever, how to, you know, save money on gas. That could be a problem that it solves. How to find out how much you can afford for a house. Very important, right? A lot of these things, you want to find out what does it solve, and you want to come up with like 10 of these, and you say, okay, it solves this, 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 and this. Here's my entry points. Here's my keywords. They're all coming to the same place, and I am the hub for the solution that they want, which is I don't want to pay $9 for gas if I'm in Bermuda, right? Like Donna says. Very important. Next up, who else would want this, and how can I repurpose it? Very important also, because this could also be repurposed for people who are looking for new cars, okay? And that's the deal. Now, the tools with instructions example I went over a little bit already, and we are going to get into some Q&A so that we can really iron this stuff out and get you guys profitable as fast as possible. But the tools with instructions is the best example ever, because you can offer tools with instructions. For example, let's say you create a little gas prices thing and you say, hey, you know, it's $6 an area where you live. By the way, would you like to find out how you can do this simple thing to get, you know, your gas mileage way up? You know, put this octane booster in or whatever. I don't know much about gas, but, you know, there's lots of solutions out there, and I want you to realize that there's lots of solutions and there's lots of tools that you can give with the specific examples that you have. For example, if someone calculates their mortgage at 6%, which a lot of people still have 6% mortgages, and you could say, hey, look, you know, if you save 2%, which is what the rates are at right now, you would be saving $700 a month. Click here to check out our trusted mortgage advisor people or whatever, right? And this is all done for you through the CPA networks and the affiliate programs and things like that. So what I want you to do is I want you to focus on the algorithm, right? Not necessarily the whole math thing. Just focus on what you want, right? You focus on saying, well, I want something that calculates this, or I want something that finds this, or I want someone to put their zip code in, and I want all the movies to come up and the movie times to come up with the movie theaters next to them. And then let everything else fall into place, because you can have other people create whatever you want. And it is ridiculous how simple it is to make it happen. All you have to do is come up with that idea, right? And you come up with the idea based on the search terms that we find using our Software Profits trigger words. And then you let everything else fall into place. Okay? And the algorithm is basically just your mathematical or search-based solution. Okay? And it's very easy to find. So if I say I want to find movie times, right? I do movie times 90210. Okay? And what I'm going to find is that Google comes up with movie times, right? And this is more movies here. Okay? So all I do up here is I use this as my variable. Okay? So someone name out a zip code. Okay, just type in a zip code in the box, and we'll use it as your example. Okay, so we have 94551. Watch, it changes it right there, just on that little variable. Okay, we also got 3304, 33004. See, and all I'm doing is changing that one thing. Now, using software and codes and all this fancy pants stuff that's really not that fancy, it actually takes 2 minutes to make, all you got to do is make this your variable. Right, and you just provided value. You say, hey, look, I got this desktop, and it's the movie lover's desktop. And what it's going to do is you click here, and bam, the movies come up in your area for that day with the times and this and that. You click the Fandango button, and lo and behold, you go through my affiliate link and order Fandango so I can get paid. If you want to go buy DVDs through Amazon, I can get paid on that too. If you want to get this, 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 and this, you're going to get paid too. And what you want to do is offer solutions that get you paid. And it's very, very simple to do. Okay? And it's all based on just a little algorithm or something like that. And that's pretty much how the internet works, right? Surprise, it's all pretty easy. It's all very, very, very easy to do. And the cool thing is, like, even sites like Fandango, you can go through your affiliate link and provide this same solution. Watch. So you got this Fandango site that's a multi-bazillion-dollar site. You click on this. You can see here 742,000 people like that on Facebook. Make a mental note of that. I'm going to show you how to make money with it later. Okay, so you got this Fandango thing here. Check it out. What do you got up here? You got the same zip code. So if I take this zip code here, 33004, or is it 33004? Yeah. Right. Hit enter. Bam. It changes it at the drop of a hat, the drop of a pin, a dime dropping, whatever you call it. Right? Very easy. Look at that. We already got different results. Extremely easy. And if you get these people cookied to you and they order their stuff, you get paid. You know how I know that? You go down here and you click on affiliates. Let's see. I know they have an affiliate program here somewhere. There it is, affiliate program. So check it out. How would you like 1% of all the movie tickets sold? That'd be pretty cool, right? 1%. I mean, that's like a lot of money. All right? And I'm not going to show you how to get 1% of all movies shown, because obviously to do that you'd have to stand in front of the movie theater, because not everyone buys them online. But I will show you how to get a small percentage of some of them that are done on here. And you can go through the Google Affiliate Network or Commission Junction, and they will show you what they're going to pay. Okay? And you can use this as a simple solution. Look at that. $10 for every movie, or 10 cents per every movie ticket, and $2 for every Fandango Bucks transaction that you refer. So every time people buy a movie ticket, you think about it. How many of you, for movie buffs, if you're a movie lover, how many movies a year do you go see? Okay, let me know. Just, be random. If it's 5, okay, we got some 5s. So I'd make 50 cents on Jim per year. Donna doesn't go to the movie too much. She goes to 1, so I'd make 10 cents on her. But, of course, Jim's probably going to bring his wife. Vernon goes 8 times a year, and I'm sure he brings a date or a wife or the kids or whatever. I mean, I just went to the movies yesterday. It was $70. Right? We got popcorn and stuff. It was like $70. And what I'm showing you is a way to get in on the action over and over and over. Because you're not going to get rich just by getting Jim to go to the movies once. You're going to get rich by having him do it over and over. again, let me think of it this way. How many of you have looked at a market that is like an okay ClickBank market, but you couldn't get it to convert? Let me know. If you have, just type yes in the box, or type ClickBank in the box, or something that'll show me. Okay, Vernon has. Let's say here, okay, let's look at the numbers for a ClickBank market. Let's go to ClickBank. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to use this a different way. Okay, Jim says if you can get commission on popcorn, talking real money. I don't know. There's probably a way to do that, and I'm sure I could come up with it, but I'd need a couple hours or something. Okay, so we go to ClickBank and we go to our Google stuff. So let's say we have people who are interested in scrapbooking. Okay, obviously lots of people interested, and this is one of those markets where you probably couldn't convert the ClickBank book enough to make real money. So you go scrapbooking, and if you owned the ClickBank book, yeah, you could probably make some more money. So we got $17 a click or a sale, $18 a sale on average for these, $14. Let's just be generous and say it's $18 per sale. Okay, now the average ClickBank thing converts at like 1 to 3%. Okay, so let's go over here and let's look at scrapbooking. Okay, I think I spelled it correctly. If not, I'm sure the good Google will fix it up for us. Okay, we go to scrapbooking and we look at it and we say, well, the numbers work. 89 cents a click would mean that we would need 1 in about 19 people to purchase in order to make money. How many of you people, how many out there think that you could get a 5% conversion on this ClickBank book? Okay, for those that have tried this, obviously you're going to say no. Like Vern says, not likely. It's not going to happen. Okay, now what I want you to realize is the fact that you can create your own tool. Okay, so you look at it and say, yeah, cool scrapbook book, whatever, blah, 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 wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Who freaking cares, right? That's what your visitors are saying is who cares? Who gives a rip? Why should I buy this for $36? Okay? Very, very important. Okay, because you're not going to convert it very good. Some people can, some can't. It has to do with the word combination, but still, I mean, you know, we want to kick some butt here. We want to make money easily, better, and be like, goodbye competition. It's been nice knowing you. All right, so we look at this scrapbooking stuff and we say, okay, well, if we got to pay 89 cents a click. Now, the 89 cents a click comes from the fact that it's based on a quality score and competition. I'm going to show you how to kick the competition's butt and kick the quality score's butt, right? Because Google doesn't want a whole bunch of affiliate links clogging stuff. They don't want you just linking to ClickBank because they want people who search scrapbooking, right? And I'll show you here because the quality score is going to kick a lot of people out. They want people that search scrapbooking to get real results that are going to help them with scrapbooking. Okay, very, very, very important. So if you have a download that helps people scrapbook, right, I want you to think about this. For those of you who have wives or, you know, husbands who scrapbook or whoever scrapbooks, I want to ask you, how many times do you go to the store and buy stuff? Right? My wife goes, and when she does her scrapbooking, even when she doesn't even have a book to do, she spends like $300 buying little stickers and things and, you know, little owl stickers and Halloween stickers and Disney stickers and things like that. And there's a lot of money there. And they buy it over and over and over and over because people don't really quit scrapbooking all that often. They keep doing it. Okay, and I want you to realize that our solution is going to provide cool stuff. So imagine not only are you in this market, and not only do you have your own product and you're getting $40 a click, which could work for your market, but you're also back-ending on your desktop a little link that says click here to get your stuff through Michael's or Joann's or scrapbook.com or whatever, and it's going through your affiliate link. So every time they open your product, every time they're going in there, every time they got to buy new paper and new stickers and everything like that, you are getting commission. And that's the key, is to provide something that your visitors want to use over and over, whether you're giving it away free or whether you're charging for it. Get them to use it over and over again. I want to ask you, How many of you guys like the Simple Sites Big Profits desktop? If you do, just say yes, I like it, or whatever, right? If you don't, say yes anyway. But at any rate, right? Now I want to ask you, how many of you guys who like the Simple Sites desktop have bought an ebook before? Okay, have you ever bought an ebook? If you have, just type ebook or something, but I think I can kind of differentiate. Now, what do you like better? Be honest with me. Which one do you like better? Okay, a lot of people are saying mine. Cool. A lot of people are saying mine. Saying Simple Site Software, I like this better. Now, the main difference is the fact that, one, I get you to use it over and over again, right? Which means for me, if I'm adding different stuff, I'm making more money. Okay, now a lot of the information that I teach, it's available online. It might take you like 10 years to figure out, but it's available out there, right? I'm not really teaching anything revolutionary. What I'm doing is two things. Okay, I want you to write these down. Number one, unique perspective. Very important. What did Warren Buffett do? Unique perspective, right? So what am I doing? I'm offering a unique perspective. I say my theme is based on finding the keyword first. Everyone knows that, right? And they're like, wow, that's revolutionary. Okay? Not really. It's just something that worked for me, right? And not a lot of people teach. Number two, organization. Okay, and I'm not talking organization like the people who have like these organized closets and stuff, because anyone who knows me, I'm a terrible organizer. I'm terrible. I suck. I mean, I'm the worst organizer ever. When I go to move this summer, I won't even be ready, and my wife will probably have to pack my stuff for me, but bless her heart, right? At any rate, you look at it, and it's just an organization that makes sense. And I want you to think about how easy it is in this stuff, and I want you to get away from the internet stuff, right? And I want you to think in terms of a sheet of paper. And you take a sheet of paper and you say scrapbooking. What do people need to scrapbook? You say you need layouts. You need paper. You need those little, curly scissors. You need stickers. You need this, you need this, you need this, and you need this. And you organize it and you get paid. If you're going to a movie, what do you need? You need to find the time of the movie. You got to find out where it's showing. You got to get tickets if you don't want to wait in line. Okay, and you're providing solutions, and providing solutions like this, as simple as they are, make a ton of money. There are people out there, there's a company out there, there's multiple companies out there that do this stuff, and they don't even sell it, and they make hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And what I'm going to show you is a secret that a lot of them don't even know. And I'm going to use an example of a toolbar that I promoted. Okay, and the toolbar was a video toolbar. It was like, hey, get this toolbar. It's going to show up here, and you just click here and you watch funny videos. You click here and you watch inspirational videos. You click here and you watch these videos and these videos and these videos. I'm going to show you a backdoor to getting into that stuff. Okay, and a lot of these companies will build it for you. What I want to do is I don't want to just like promote it under the word video or YouTube. I want to promote it under something like Hockey Fight. Okay, how many people do you think look up hockey fights? A lot. Mostly hockey fans. Some of them are just insane people, but at any rate, look at the competition. There's literally nothing. Literally nothing. And what do these people want as an end result? They want to like laugh at hockey players beating the tar out of each other. Very, very simple. Okay, this is an avenue, as I was showing you here with this guy with all these guns, right? This is an avenue where you would say, okay, the end result is they want videos online. The method that I use to get them, right, the solution is, okay, I want hockey fights. The end result is they're going to download this cool like video toolbar. But the intro point is the hockey fight. The intro point is the cat video, right? Just the other day, I was sitting here with my kids and my wife and looking at gator videos, obviously, because we're moving to Florida and we got to learn about them gators. Them darn gators, right? And we were looking at that, and we said, what if there was a gator video and said, hey, download this video toolbar and it'll teach you about gators. Look at this cat video, funny cat video. There's no competition, right? You look at this, you go to Google, you have cat video, bam, watch the competition. There's going to be nothing, all right? Okay, there we go. Look at that. There's one, and it's YouTube. And guess what? this YouTube is a sponsored video. Okay, we're going to talk about this later. Remind me to talk about this later. And you have this video, and he's paying probably like 1 to 2 cents a click to get people to his site. Imagine if on his video he said, hey, by the way, download this cool, funny cat video, toolbar, or funny cat video desktop. And chances are, if they're watching funny cat videos, they probably have a cat. Because I kind of lean towards funny dog videos because I'm a dog owner. Okay? And again, 1 cent a click, if you get 1 in 10 to download, it's 10 cents each. All you got to do is make up your 10 cents, which ain't that hard to do. Okay? And I'll show you. Watch this. Watch how many people look at these. Okay, this was uploaded in July of 2007, so we're going on, 4 years here? Look how many people watch this video. 24 million. Okay, and he didn't pay anything. He just filmed some random cat doing something funny. I mean, you can get animals to do funny stuff. I mean, they just do it on their own. You could just get a camera and film them. But at any rate, you look at it, he's selling songs, but 24 million, let's say out of that 24 million, because they're on YouTube, let's say only 1 in 25 downloaded it. That still means you got 1 million people that downloaded your stuff for free. All right, you do that with movies, right? You can make a funny movie quote video or whatever, right? And you say, you like movies? Download my movie desktop. Okay, really cool. Everyone still with me on this? Great. Now, you got the tools with instructions. Focus on the algorithm. Let everything else fall into place. And basically the algorithm is your mathematical or search-based solution. Mathematical would be if it's a calculator. Search-based would be if it's like an affiliate program, or like we showed with the zip code for the movie stuff or the gas prices. It all works the same way. It's all really easy to use. Okay, so now your job's simple. This is your job. Your job is to find a solution and help people. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a YouTube example here, and then we'll open it up for questions. Okay? So the YouTube example is you have download YouTube, YouTube download. Everyone wants to download YouTube videos. Have you ever wanted to download a YouTube video? You say, hey, that's cool. I want to save it. A lot of people have. I know I've done it tons of times. I just did it last week. Okay? You got millions of people looking this stuff up. And you got YouTube video here. This is my YouTube video for AdSense, and this is the link for it. Now, embedded in this link, there's a code to a FLV file. Okay, and all the coding people know how to use this and know that it's really easy to do. It takes them like 2 seconds to take this code and turn it into an FLV file. Right, and that's all your program has to do, and all it does, like if you click on this, all it does is go to my video. Okay, the embedded link has a code to the FLV file, which is what people want to download. And all you have to do is find a way to make it downloadable, and you're golden. And you just tackled a market with no competition, with more searches than probably all the other competition, or all the words that are really competitive, all that ClickBank stuff like make money and, refinance and stuff like that. So there's a lot you can do, and I want you to realize that everything online has an algorithm. There's a rhyme and reason to everything. Computers are basically, it's basically a code. That's all it is. A code is making you able to watch this right now. The people who came up with the GoToWebinar code made a lot of money. And I'll bet they probably didn't even do it as a marketing company that had coders make it for them. Okay, all they did is pay for it. Right? Just like Bill Gates didn't create DOS, he just found a way to make it happen. Okay? So everything has an algorithm, and what I want you to do is let the programmers handle it. I think that's what I was trying to say here. Let the programmers figure it out. Let the programmers figure it out. You focus on solutions. That's it. Just focus on a solution. Find people searching for stuff, focus on a solution, and realize that you can do it. Whether it's something simple like scrapbooking and making a little tool for them, or whether it's something complicated, right? Maybe you could go out there and, make something where they can type their own name and make it look cool, print it out for scrapbooks. Super, super easy to do. I mean, literally, people can make this in an hour. And what I want you to do is get away from that's going to be too hard to do, because all of us have that voice that say, that's going to be too hard to do, or I don't think that can happen, or whatever. And I want you to think the sky is the limit. and I can make this thing do whatever I want. Maybe not me, but if I can draw it on paper, I can make it happen. And a lot of the things that you see that I've created have been drawings on paper. And you guys have all seen my handwriting. I mean, I've had handwritten letters I've sent to you, and you guys know my handwriting pretty much sucks, and my drawings aren't much better. But if you could draw it out and map it out, you can make money. Very, very easy to do, right? And you could just think about different keywords like distance. What do people want to find the distance between, right? Anything and everything, the sky's the limit. You got distance from, distance to, distance between, right? And again, all the other people have done the work for you. The Fandangos, the Googles, they've already figured it out for you. And if you're linking to them, they don't mind. All you have to do is provide additional information for them, right? That's all you're doing is saying, hey, look, this is cool. Here's how it works. But if you want to buy movie tickets, go through my link. Very, very simple. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and I will be back. Think of your number one question about today's call. I want you to ask me because we got a lot of good stuff here. I think, we covered a lot of ground, and I hope you guys are starting to understand how this works, and I'll be right back with you. So type your questions in the box. All right, that was the fastest 2 minutes ever. So let's go ahead and get some comments, questions on this download profit stuff. If you want some more examples, let me know, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, excellent. Donna says, is the software coaching a physical product? Yes, it will be. You will get a CD at the end, but it is a live coaching program. And or are these videos going to be uploaded to the website? Yes, both. You're going to get a CD with the videos, and it's also uploaded because I like to spend lots of money and give you guys cool stuff. So we're doing both of them. But yeah, it's going to be really great, and you're also going to end up with an actual product at the end. Henry says, why are the results different for the same term on Google with Internet Explorer and Firefox? Well, there's two reasons. One could be that Firefox is pulling from a different area than Internet Explorer, which happens 9 times out of 10. And the other reason could be that you're actually logged in on one and not the other, because the results when you're logged into Google are different from the results when you're not logged in. So if you're like logged in and you're like, where's my site? I'm freaking out. Don't worry about it. Okay, Bob says, how can you simplify a larger market like travel? Awesome, awesome question, Bob. You get the question of the day. That's a great one. If you're looking at a market like travel, you want to think about what people in the travel market ultimately want. Okay, and you look at it and you say, okay, well, they want to save money, they want to find tickets, they want all this stuff. And what you would do is you would look at the different things and you would create a product. So again, what we want to do is we want to go up here and we want to look at these quadrants, if I can get all military sounding, the quadrants here, and we want to look at free versus paid. So first off, we would go into the market and we'd look at travel. Okay, and we'll hit search, right, like this, and we will look at the results and see if it fits the model that we want to go into. So if we do travel here, we see $1.59, 30 cents, 20 cents, but these are kind of weird ones, like travel directions and stuff. I don't think that's so much what you're talking about. I think it's mostly, like travel, people wanting to go places. And then we would go into Google and see what the competition looks like. Oops, let's see here. We'll just do travel here. All right, travel. All right, like this. Okay, so we got travel here, and we would look at like YouTube travel, stuff like there, Yahoo travel, look at the different things that are bidding here. Okay, and we would try to take it and we'd say, okay, do we want to use this as a product? Like if, okay, let's say we're spending about 30 cents a click, which is what my guess would be here, or do we want to do it free? So if we did a paid one, we could do like how to save money on travel. In this market, depending on how you position it, I would say anywhere from $7 to $97. But I also want to show you that there was a company years ago that did this, but really screwed it up. It was a network marketing company, and what they did is they created a CD with travel tips and alerts and updates and things like that, and they gave the CD away and charged you $10 every time you booked through that CD. And, you know, it's like, whatever, I don't really care about that. Now, what I would do is I would provide travel tips based on the organization that people have, right? So I would find out how people search for travel, why they search for travel. You know, is it a zip code thing? Is it just, you know, I just want a cool place to go? And find that out, because some people, like if you do destinations, and again, this goes with the whole means to an end, breaking stuff up. So you could do destinations. All right, look at this. Destination wedding, okay? Honeymoon destinations, okay? Maternity, tourist destinations. Look at that. Tourist destination, totally low competition, right? Really important, because that's a market that I could use where it's like, hey, here's the top 10 tourist destinations, and here's how to get around them. And you go like, hey, France, you know, you give them a little tip on France. You'd lead them into something like Travelocity, right? Like Travelocity. They're going to give you like 3% commission. Not a huge commission amount, but again, these people are paying a lot of money, right? So you go in here and you look at their affiliate program, and I don't know if they're through CJ or not. I don't remember. Become an affiliate, all right? And you go to become an affiliate, and it'll show you what they're paying. Okay, so here's what you do when you're in a market like this. You could either charge or give it away free. Obviously, in this one, this does fit our 25 cents or less because, you know, tourist destination is really low. Okay, and you look here and you say, okay, what's the commission we're getting? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, you could brand it yourself. Now, here's the two options. You could do Travelocity branded, which means they go from your download or your site to Travelocity.com and search for their stuff. Or if you're like doing big stuff, right? If you have a customer database down the line, this is something you can look into. You can actually brand it so it looks like part of your download. It's like awesome. Okay, but even on this one here, we can go into Travelocity Partner. Okay, you're going to get all this stuff, earn money. Let's see what we're going to make. All right, it doesn't really say what we're going to make unless I'm missing it somewhere. But basically, you know, you're probably going to get about 3%. Oh, here we go, compensation. There we go. Who'd have thunk? So if you get this stuff, right, you're going to get this certain. So a hotel, you get 3%. A Goodbye Hotel, 5%. A car, 2%. Last minute deals, 3%. A cruise, $20 flat fee, right? And remember that you're doing this over and 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 over again. And you're getting in the back door by using tourist destination. So really cool. I mean, you could use this really easily and make it happen. There's also different things you could do, like vacation, right? And again, think about the solution that they want. Disney Vacation, you could provide different, you know, tips on Disney. Tourist destination, you could say, hey, you're looking to go to France. Here's the things you're going to need. Number 1, get your airfare. Number 2, get your hotel. Number 3, get this, you know, France converter iPhone app or whatever. And you're just giving them this different stuff. And you look at vacation here, right? And you're getting in the back door because this is expensive stuff, but you're helping them, like Christmas vacation, sell off vacation, right? You can create a download on how to sell off your vacation home or your, you know, what do they call those? Timeshares and stuff. Really easy to do. Okay, so any questions on that? Did I cover that enough, or you want me to go into that? Cynthia says, when I find keywords, how do I get the approximate cost per click to display? Well, all you have to do is log into your account. If you don't have an account, just get a Google AdWords account, and then you'll be able to log in. I think you can even do it if you just even have like a regular Google email or something like that. Or you could get a tool like Micro Niche Finder or something like that. There's lots of stuff out there, but that's the easiest way, is just to log in. Okay, any other questions, let me know. I think there's a lot of good stuff here. I hope that you guys understand the passion that I have for this business, because it is my favorite business model, and how it works. You just, you know, get in there, you find out how to do stuff. and you just organize it in a way that's going to help people, and that's what we're going to focus on in this coaching course, is getting that done. Even if you don't know how to do the technical stuff, even if you don't know how to get the tools done, right, that's part of what we're doing here, is we're creating that for you. Very, very easy to do. Okay, cool. Any other questions? Let me know. If you want to raise your hand, you can do so and talk live, and we could get that. Or if you have a question you want to type in, let me know. Donna, yeah, just go ahead and email me that, and we'll fix that up. Cynthia says, I usually find Google AdWords and type in keyword. Are you saying I need to open an account with Google and then log in and find keywords? Yes, you need to open an account, log in, and then they'll give you the cost per click. Or you could use something like Micro Niche Finder, Keyword Elite, anything like that. Cool. But it's easier just to open a Google account. All right, excellent stuff. So any other questions, let me know. Anything you want me to cover more, go into more, let me know, because over the next 8 weeks, we are creating something together. And it's like, at the end, you're going to have a product. And when you have a product, whether it's a giveaway, a download, a free program, whatever, you own your market. And that's where the big money comes in. So cool stuff. All right, any other questions? Let me know, and we will take it from there. Okay, cool stuff. All right, so any questions? We'll give a couple minutes for those. Jim says, I understand you're going to help us find the niche for the product. Yes, we are. If you want me to help you find a niche for a product, let's set up a time to have a call and get you squared away with that, because that's very, very important, because obviously you got to have a niche for the product. Okay, great. Okay, any other questions? We'll close up in a little bit. We got about 20 minutes left if you guys do have questions. If you do want to start finding niche markets, let me know. If there's anyone that is interested in going over one live on this call, we could do that together. I think that would be very valuable to have people see that happen in real time. Cynthia says she's got an idea. Would you like to go over it on this call? I mean, I can unmute you and we can go over that on the call and show you how to do it. Okay, cool. Let's see if you got a microphone. If you don't, I think you can call in, but let me go ahead. Do you have a microphone, Cynthia? On a headset, cool. It's not the headset I sent you, is it?
Hello?
Hey, there we go. Let me turn you up a little bit. Okay, you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you fine. What's the idea you got in mind?
Oh, good. The idea I have is I want to make an application for women that wear weaves, and when they purchase their hair, I want them to be able to go have some little software program that says, this is the kind of hair you want, this is the length you want, this is how much you need, this is how much it's going to cost, and these are the places to get it. And then some instructions on how to maybe apply it.
Okay. My first issue is, number one, the keyword, right? We want to see what's here, like hair weave styles and things like that. I think the hair weave styles is probably good. Also, the weaving loom. Does that apply? I don't know. I've never weaved my hair.
I think loom is probably something different.
Okay, so we would do like extensions. Would that apply?
That would.
Okay, so if we do hair weave styles, okay, we just go to Google, we type in hair weave styles. Competition is probably going to be like nothing, and Yahtzee, it is nothing. We got one person here, and I know this is a market that people spend a lot of money in, which is really cool. So what I would do is I would try to think of how we would organize it. Okay, and if you know about the market, it'll probably be easier. If you don't, it's not that hard to do the research. And what we would want to do is we want to say, how do we organize it? Like, how do we find out what length they should have? Right? What is the idea? Like, to find out the length, do you check out how tall you are? Do you check out how curly your hair is? What would be, again, the quote-unquote algorithm? I know that's probably not the right term to use, but that's what we're going to use in this course. Is that's your algorithm? Is that's your equation that gets them to what they want? So what I would do is find out how they would do that. Like, what's your body style? What's your height? What's your, hair like currently? And find out, what they need and then base it on that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Kind of like, let's say we go more generic and we do just hairstyles, right? And then you envision this desktop where you have these icons or pictures and it says, what hairstyle do you want? A short hairstyle, and it's got like a girl with a short hairstyle and a long and an updo or this or that or this. Rita says shape of face also. That could be a good one. So it's really, go ahead.
I was going to say, could we do like face, like square face, round face, and then maybe put hair on the face?
Absolutely. That is a really, really simple software trick that I did years ago. And basically what you would do is you would choose the face and you would drag and drop. So you would have, maybe 9 or 10 hairs, right? And you would have the faces and you say, okay, yeah, okay, I choose, I'm like a blockhead or whatever, right? And the blockhead comes up and then you put the different hairs on it to see what it would look like. And then once it's done, you would hit submit and go to your recommendations. Does that make sense?
Would that be hard to do?
No, that's totally easy to do.
Do you think that would be worth my time spending on doing that?
Depending on the programs that you would offer. That's the number one thing is like what is out there for hair weave styles. Because I don't know how it works. Like I kind of like from now, I think it's like a extension. Is it?
It's very, very expensive to do that. Women pay $300 and $500 for hairdos.
Okay, and how do they pay that? Is it like to a regular?
Well, they usually, sometimes they just purchase the hair and take the hair to the hairdresser. Sometimes they purchase the hair and someone puts it on for them. But they do purchase the hair.
They do purchase the hair. That is a good thing to know. Because when we look at hair weave, what we do, is that what it would be called? Like if I was going to buy a hair weave, would I just type in hair weave?
You may, or human hair, or yes, human hair.
Let's do human hair extension.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So when we look at this, basically we are taking this non-competitive word and we are going to convert it into this word, which is probably expensive if I had to guess, because obviously, I mean, these things are, expensive. So let's see what comes up here. All right, just wait for this, and we'll do hair weave extension affiliate and see if there's affiliate programs for it. Hopefully our internet wants to work here. It looks like it's being a little bit slow. Okay, and if anyone can pull this up on theirs, if their computer's working faster, just let me know. Hair weave affiliate programs, if you find it. Okay, here we go, cool. Perfectlocks.com has an affiliate program, and we can see here, this is still going, but we'll check this one out, and you can see there's a lot. I mean, we got like a lot of results for human hair extension affiliate. Okay. And check this out. I mean, look at the competition here. You're dealing with some serious stuff. Dollar a click.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would try to find the solution based on what they want and how they react. Right? And say, okay, well, what do you want? Do you want cheap stuff? Do you want wavy? What kind of stuff do you want? Right? And try to get as close to real pictures as possible. Like what you want to do is you want to make it like if you can envision those books that you look at when you're at the hair salon, okay, and envision that you can now, like envision that that's an iPhone app, and you just take the face and put the hair on it, right, and you're just making it do what you want it to do. That's what we want to look at, is how do we make that happen? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I probably need to talk a little more, but yes, I can see that, so the application would be a simple iPhone application that they could like pop a face on, put some hair on, and then go somewhere else. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I would start with a desktop app and then convert it into an iPhone app.
Okay.
Yeah. And a Droid and everything like that. So really, really easy. And again, you can see here that, they get $2,000 orders. and
Yeah.
10% commission. So I mean, even if you're selling one on the low end where it's like $100, you're still getting $10 for it. And you know, it's really cool. And then of course, you offer the upkeep. You say, well, you just paid $1,000 for this hair. Here's how to like not catch it on fire when you're smoking or whatever, you know,
Yes.
problems they have.
Uh-huh.
And that's what you do. You just make it. You want to provide
Like if they're
this.
going to shampoo.
Yeah, and you provide the solution plus bonuses. So it's not like I'm saying, hey, you know what, to make your lawn nice and cool all the time, get this lawnmower. I'm saying, hey, to make your lawn cool all the time, get this lawnmower. In addition to the lawnmower, I'm going to give you this other cool stuff. And then they're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I got to buy lawnmower bags every year. Well, I better go through this guy because he shows me where to get them. And
I would like to talk with you more about that. I've been doing research, but I wasn't sure how to put it together. But I'm getting a better idea, and I'd like to talk offline on that.
awesome. Yeah, I think that'd be great. Cool deal. Well, thanks for sharing. Let's see if there's anyone else who needs a market. Cynthia, that was great. Anyone else need a market? Just let me know, and we will unmute you. I think Donna had one. Did you want to go through one, Donna, if you have a microphone? And Jim says he's got all these niches sitting in the background, but I don't know if any would be good for desktop apps. Okay, and he's going to list them for me. He says, I've got all these niches, birthdays, hot water heaters, infrared heaters, print Sudoku, retirement, sleeping problems, health grocery list, soap for skincare, dog names for male puppies, checking bed bugs, baby look-like. Yeah, I mean, they can all work. You just have to think of how you're going to organize it and what they want. And what we're going to do in our next webinar is we're going to talk about how to do that. All right, we're going to talk about, like for Cynthia, how do you go in there and find out? How do you organize your hair weave thing? How do you make a retirement, you know, desktop? How do you get something for like dog names or whatever? And what we're going to do, again, this is like a no BS coaching club. We're just going to go in, we're going to dive in, and we're going to show you exactly how to do what you need to do so that you have a product, whether it's, you know, like birthdays, right? Jim's got birthdays on there. How do you convert birthdays into something that'll work? Okay, maybe think about this. Maybe you create an app that people click on, and for like grandma who's like, hey, you know what, I want to remember all the grandkids' birthdays, it just goes, bam, here's a list. It's 45 days to Mark's birthday, and it's 25 days to Jim's birthday, and 30 days to Donna's birthday, right? And she knows, and it goes, click here to send a card. And guess what it does is it goes to a card thing that pays you $3 when she sends the grandkids a card for free. All right? My grandma always sends me e-cards. And imagine if I got $3 every time she sent one to any one of the grandkids. And imagine if I did that for like 10,000 grandmas, right? Really easy. All you have to do is provide a simple solution for them. Okay? Does this make sense to everyone? Anyone have any other questions? Let me know. We got about 9 minutes left on this call. I think we covered some really, really good stuff. I think if you guys can just wrestle this and understand it, whatever it takes, just get in there and just understand this, because at the end, I know that when you have something that you can market, whether it's a giveaway or something you're going to charge for or whatever, I know that you will be much, much more successful because, again, it comes down to believing in something and making it work. Okay, so cool deal. Jim says he thinks the hard part is getting your product in their face so they will download it. That's the easy part, actually. All you have to do is position it. Again, talk about the positioning because, I mean, let's say, you know, you got the bed bug thing, all right, and you say, download this software to find out if you get bed bugs and how to get rid of them in 10 easy steps. Bam, really easy to do. It's free, right? And then you back end them into Terminex and, you know, that bed bug thing I just found this morning, Jim, a bed bug affiliate program where they get these certain sheets that get rid of the bugs or whatever. I don't know. I've never even seen a bed bug, but it would work, right? And it does work because it works on the numbers. You know, if you're looking to plant a garden, here's the best time to plant flowers, the best time to plant zucchini, the best time to put a watermelon in there. Very, very easy stuff to do, and I want you to focus on a one-track easy solution. All right, I want you guys to think about this before we close. I want you to think about infomercials. What do infomercials do? They solve one problem really quick. That's it. It's like, okay, you get that little thing that goes under your door that stops the draft. What is it? It's some cheap fabric with some styrofoam in it or whatever you call that stuff, and it provides one solution. It's going to save money on a heating bill because the door's too high. It doesn't sit directly on the ground and stop the airflow. Super easy, right? Super easy. You think about the tomato growing thing, the topsy-turvy, right? What does it do? It grows tomatoes upside down so you don't have to plant them in the ground. Planter boxes, special seeds, the grass that grows on the cement, right? All these things are solving problems that people have. And I want you to realize that there is a conversation happening with you in the search engine. And all you have to do is talk to it. You say, what do people want to get rid of? You type in get rid, and you hit search. Right, and watch this. They want to get rid of stretch marks, acne, and we'll just put this closely related so we get more specific stuff here. Okay? How to get rid of acne, how to get rid of acne, how to get rid of bugs, how to get rid of fat, how to get rid of flies. People got some serious fly stuff, right? How to get rid of pimple, get rid of a cold, get rid of bed bugs, get rid of scars, get rid of fruit flies. Look at that. Look at the competition there. There's like nothing, right? And it's not $1.18 a click. They're just, they got too many fruit flies. They can't see how much it is per click. And all this stuff tells you what they want, right? And we got a question here. Let's see what this question is from Tom. He says, I would like to present new techniques to help golfers improve their swing fundamentals and lower their scores and have more fun, but the area is really competitive. How can I differentiate my site and attract affiliates? Well, number one, we got to get you a product organized in a really easy way and focus on people that it would help the most. Again, I want you guys to realize that a lot of this marketing stuff has to do with getting the right person. Okay, so if you're offering like an advanced golf course to a guy like me who doesn't even know how to hold the golf club, you're barking up the wrong tree. Okay, and we never want to bark up the wrong tree. Okay, if you're going to teach people how to get rid of gators, you don't want to come to California. There's no gators. Go to Florida. Teach them how to get rid of gators. Right, so for Tom, I would pinpoint my ideal customer and I would think about what he types in. So I'd say, okay, for golf, right, what kind of stuff's basic? Okay, if I'm going for the basic person, if that's what my coaching course is about, and, maybe I'd type something in like handling the golf club or, putting the tee in right or whatever. I don't know how that works, but let's say, for example, you're doing magic, right? If I want to sell something on magic and I want to get beginning magicians, I would know that they would type in a double lift, right? That's a magic move, and it's a very basic one. It's probably one of the first ones that I learned. Okay, so I see here that 8,100 people are typing in double lift. Okay, or I could do something like Elmsley count, right? I think that's how I spell it. And you do the Elmsley count. Look at that, 720 people at 10 cents. Now, I know, even though there's not a lot of people, there's only 700 people, I know that these are magicians, and I know that they're beginners because they don't know what the Elmsley count is. Okay, does this make sense to you, Tom? I really want to get this really hammered down because this is where it's at. This is how I make money, is by just figuring out what these people are typing in. And just like Pete said, how to grip the club would be a good start, right? And, you could do something like, let's see here, what do they call it? Like a basic golf move. Anyone know one? Just type it out. Something really basic. Like what you first learn when you're like an idiot at golf like me. Okay, it could be, chipping or wedge golf, right? And you do wedge golf. Stance. We have textbook golf swing. Okay, sand wedge golf, right? This dude wants to learn how to like wedge out of the sand or whatever, or maybe wants to buy one. Pitching wedge, sand wedge, lob wedge, right? You have all this stuff here, and there's not a lot of searches for it, but still, imagine, once these people download your stuff, they're going to get other things. And I mean, here's the deal. people spend a crap ton of money on their hobbies, right? When I go to the Magic store, or usually I order my stuff online now because our Magic store is far away and they never have stuff in stock. But at any rate, when I order on the Magic store, I spend $600 to $1,000 every time, and I do that probably 6 or 7 times a year, just because I'm a freak. I love Magic. I want to buy stuff. I love it, right? Internet marketing. I love it. I want to buy as much as possible. There's people out there, golf. They love it. They want to buy as much as possible, right? And people will go to the end of the world to get what they desire, what makes them happy, their hobbies, whatever. Okay, scrapbooking. People will spend tons of money, obscene amounts, to make this happen. And the goal is we want them to do that through us. Okay? And you can find that starting point where they're at. And imagine if I was, let me put it in a crazy, stupid term. Okay, you guys ever heard of the term the gateway drug, where they're like, hey, pot's the gateway drug, or, this is the gateway drug. What you're doing is you're getting people in the gateway to what they're going to do for a long time, right? And in that crude example, right, the guy comes in and he's a customer for life. And what you want to do is you want to find that gateway point in your marketing, right? You want to find that gateway point where they're saying, I like golf. I really like golf, but I just don't understand the basics, and that's what I want. Okay, extremely important. Does that make sense to everyone? I know that was a weird example, but I want to make sure that everyone gets that because it's really important that you get that. And let me know if you got comments, type them in the box. Let me know if you understand that. Simplify. Okay, great. To simplify that, let's say, okay, let's pick a market. Someone pick a market that's really generic. Something, like Magic or something I would know about, hopefully. All right. And we'll pick that. Let's say you need chess. Okay. For chess players out there, do we have any chess players? If there is one, raise your hand or type something in the box. Okay. Donna, would you mind if I pick on you and use you if I unmute you? Is that okay? If it is, let me know. If not, okay, cool. Okay, Donna, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay,
No.
Okay, perfect. So name like a basic chess move that you learned in the beginning. A king? Okay, well, let's check that out. Let's do like a king, king chess. Okay, and we're going to see what kind of stuff comes up, or like a rook or whatever. So you got the king chess piece here, right? The king chess, you got 60 cents a click, which is probably a lot less, right? If you go here and you type in, let's see, king chess. Here we go. King chess. All right, what we want to do is we want to get these people at the beginning point and teach them every step, because once you teach something from the beginning or help someone from the beginning, they're going to be with you for life, right? That's the whole idea. It's like, hey, you know what? They helped me out. I enjoyed their stuff. I'm going to be around for a while, and we want them to, really focus on it. And let's see here. Tom says, yes, focusing on the mid-market that is always looking to improve their game makes sense. Yes, exactly. Okay, Bob says castling, that's a good move. Let's see. I got to get this stupid thing working here. Okay, so king chess here. And, okay. Excellent. Donna, thanks for that, by the way. That was a good tip-off. So we have king chess with 9,900 people, 18,000 people a month. We can also do like castling. I don't even think we need to type in chess for that. It's probably, I don't think people are going to like castling to build castles. It's probably just dedicated to chess here. And you would just focus on that and say, okay, well, these people want the end result, which is learning chess and kicking their buddies' butts and doing all this cool stuff. And that's the idea, and you just give that to them in a fun way. So let's see if this will come up. All right. We need the Jeopardy music here. Okay, King Chess. Come on, let's load this. Looks like it's trying to load. But King Chess pieces, all this stuff works. And again, remember, I mean, these people are the same people that like spend, $500 on a chessboard. So for castling, look how narrow, how narrow this is. And you have 9,900 people per month searching for it. And you could create a tool or a download that will help them with it. Very, very cool, very easy to do, right? And you have King Chess here. You got castling. Let's castling, right, like this. And there's no competition on King Chess, no competition on castling. 326,000 competing on castling. I'll bet the domain name's even available. I mean, it's so easy to do. You got this video. Let's see what kind of traffic this video's gotten since December 31st, 2007. And see how easy it is to get into, because I know it is. I mean, this stuff's like, you want to hit people at the right entry point, and that's the key, right? It's like you want to sell food to people who are hungry. You don't want to sell it to people who are like getting out of the restaurant because they're like, yeah, I just ate, dude. I'm not hungry. And that's what you want to do, is get them at that entry point and get them to like what you have to offer and get them to understand it and to, use it over and over. And look at this. I mean, even this castling dude, he's got 17,000 views for free. That's not bad, And you look at his other chess stuff. Like, watch this. Okay, let's say you're an idiot like me and you don't know how to play chess. Not that chess players are idiot, but I just happen to be one, right? And you go in here and you go top chess, or let's do this, basic chess moves. Bam, because that the castling guy's a basic guy from, what I understand. And you go here and you say, okay, basic chess moves. Here you go. This article covers the basic chess moves. Okay? And you got like these E5, E3s, F4s, blah, 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 blah. The rook, right? You type the rook in, and it's like, okay, well, what kind of stuff do people search for rook? And these are all your intro points that you're using, right? This is all the points that are getting people into your funnel. And you go rook, you do, okay, all right, I don't know what all this stuff is. Let's try another one here. Okay, you could do RB5, okay, or B5 or whatever. Or you could just even do chess, right? It'll show you the chess moves. But a little bit of research will go a long way, and that's what I want you to realize, is that is the key. Right? You got online chess, you got chess for free, and as you go down, you will find the different moves. Right? You could do chess move. Okay, and you'll probably find your D5s and your E5s and your whatever. Opening chess move. Look at that. Obviously, that's people just want to know the opening move. Best opening chess move. Look at the competition there. I mean, you are literally getting traffic for pennies on the dollar, but you know the end result. I mean, opening chess move, that's the same as this one, but you're going to make a lot of money just referring them to it. Castling chess move. Look at that. That's the one Tom mentioned earlier. Castling, next chess move, castle move, chess move generator. There's a software program in and of itself. Understanding chess by move and all this stuff. And again, all they want to do is they want to learn how to play chess. That's what they're interested in. And it's very, very important. And if you do something like, let's see here, what do you do in golf? Like golf move, I don't know, golf move, golf swing, something like that. Golf move, golf technique, right, like that. And you just really focus on what people want. Frisbee golf technique, disc golf, golf technique troubleshooting. I mean, that doesn't have a whole lot of traffic, but, you could still use it. Golf strategy, like that. You could do 9-iron. Right? Or chipper or wedge or whatever. You just go through this and you figure out what you would do, like 9-iron distance. What do they want to do? They want to use their 9-iron to like hit things far or whatever. Very, very easy. So you guys all getting this? I want you to just to get the simplicity of how this works. because that's where it's at. And then, our next webinar is going to have to do with that. And of course, in our next sessions, we're going to talk about how to structure your offer, how to create your download. We are also going to create your downloads for you. So I'm going to have my team create your software, create your downloads. We're going to get into your niches and everything like that. So in this call, I want you guys to start finding niches. If you cannot find a niche, just go ahead and email me and I will find one for you. Very, very easy to do. I think everyone's probably come up with one already or can using these trigger words. And if you can come up with a niche and we can build you a software, you're going to have a product. You're going to have something to sell, something to give away, something to make money. And a couple of questions here. Tom says, how do you tie in your website URL with keywords? You just put them in there. So if I was going for 9-iron golf, I would type in 9-iron golf techniques. If I was going for king chess strategy, it would be kingchessstrategy.com. Bob says this is an important session when you are a technician like me. That's great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And guys, that's what this is about. I mean, this Download Profits course, we are going to focus on everything and we're going to get you up and running. And I'm really, really, really excited about this because it's something where at the end you are going to have something to offer your visitors. You're going to have something to give away, something to sell, something that will make you money. And it's something that you can develop over and over as we go through the course and start making money in a very, very simple way. And for me, I truly believe with everything that I am that this is, in fact, the easiest way to make money. So again, over the next 8 weeks, we are going to cover digging into your niche, finding out the content, restructuring your content, getting your downloads built. If you have a tool idea, something simple like a calculator or, maybe a chess calculator or a chess move emulator or, like we had the hairstyles thing, we're going to help you build that. Really easy to do. I got a team of people standing by, and we are going to get that done so that you can start making money fast. So again, I thank you guys for being part of this. I really look forward to working with all of you. If you guys have questions or anything, use your support tickets in your members area. Again, they come directly to me. Everything comes directly to me, and I will help you with that. And we'll get started, and I'll show you how to make it happen. I'll show you how to get that tool and get it to the right people. I'll show you how to get the cheap traffic. I'll even show you how to make a video of how to use the tool and get it on YouTube for free traffic. Show you how to get it on download sites for Download Profits traffic. Really easy stuff. So again, thanks for listening. I look forward to working with you over the next 7 weeks, and let's make money online together. Just cut back on all the stuff and let's make it happen. So I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening.